All set out.
I was so glad I saw your card, so I didn't have to make any
Oh, this whole thing is amplified right now. Welcome and good morning. Good morning. We're 1 week into autumn, and there have been some refreshing breezes and needed scattered showers. Tropical Depression 9 is forecast to become Tropical Storm Imelda today. I'm not sure if there's some sort of transformational ideology in that, but they are expected to take a turn to the east and stay clear of our coast. May it be so. Come, whoever you are, holding various beliefs, whatever your skin color or national origin, whatever your age or gender identity, whatever your abilities, whomever you love. You are welcome at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Statesboro. You are welcome in this, our religious home. We extend a warm welcome to any visitors and guests. If you would like, we invite you to take a moment now to introduce yourself. Anyone. Introduce someone else you got with you.
My mom's here, but she's not going to stand up.
I'm away.
Anyone else? All right. Well, to anyone who is visiting, we hope that you've given or will give us some contact information on our guest registry here at the front entrance or on our website at www.uustatesboro.org so that we can send you more information about the fellowship. Thank you, members and guests, for sharing your resources during our offertory later in our service, or again, you can also do that via the website. In the month of September, which is now ending, half of our offering that is not designated as pledged to the UU Fellowship Statesboro will be donated to the Food Bank, Inc., that are known as Statesboro Food Bank. Now, I invite you, that's not it. There we go. Now I invite you to join with me in reciting our congregational affirmation. Love is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Our worship leader this morning is Pastoral Care Associate Sherry Barr, the first of several UFS members we'll be hearing from today.
Good morning. Good morning. Always a pleasure to be here with you. Even when I come in late, I feel a little frazzled, but we'll get through it together. I appreciate others who got things set up and ready for us this morning, even for those of us who got here late. We can still have worship together. So I invite you, as I say the challenge words, to say them with me, and then Mo will give us a note, and we will rise and sing together twice. I don't know language.
This is our chalice of love and light, uniting us all by day and night. Rise up, proclaim, by thy glory, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, proclaim, by thy glory, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
And while you're standing, let's honor that light within by greeting the folks standing nearby.
Greetings.
Good morning.
Your fall team shirt there.
That was a it's fall. Time to show it
It was some surgery.
Oh, that's right, you said.
Everything went really well. Pain's been fine. This is my first trip out of the house. Thank you.
I know where we were going.
Good morning.
And I know we'll be gone at times.
Now is the time to share a story for all ages. So children or anybody who wants to see the pictures is invited to come up closer. We do have pictures. Our story today is called Luca's Quilt. My Tutu lives with us. Tutu, that's Hawaiian for grandmother. Tutu takes care of me while Mom and Dad are at work. And we do lots of things together. I like it, and so does Tutu. But all of that changed when she made the quilt. One morning, Tutu said, I had a dream last night. I dreamed I was in a beautiful garden. There were flowers everywhere. It gave me an idea for a quilt. This quilt will be for you, Luca, my granddaughter. I made a quilt for your mom, and now I want to make one for you. Will it have flowers on it? I asked. Oh, yes, Tutu said. It's a flower garden. There'll be all kinds of flowers. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. It's going to take a long time, said Tutu. You'll have to be patient. After breakfast, we went to the fabric store. She told me to pick out a color. There were so many pretty colors. I said, I like that one, that yellow and the pink and maybe some blue and lavender. There's so many pretty colors. Tutu laughed. Not so fast. Choose one color. One? Okay. So I chose green, because you need green for a garden. That needs to be the first color. Maybe the other colors would come later. We got back home and Tutu started right away cutting out, pinning, basting. I could hardly wait to see the flowers. At last, she put the quilt on the quilting frame. Some serious work now. I knew I couldn't help with this part. One day, a long time after she started, it did take a long time, she took it off the frame, ironed it, and put it on my bed. White. Everything's white. How can there be flowers with no pretty flower colors? It's the shape of flowers, Tutu explained. This is how we make it in my tradition with two colors. I was so disappointed. I thought the green was just going to be leaves and there would be colors of flowers. Tutu's eyes got kind of watery. And she quietly turned and walked out. I looked at the quilt again. I thought it was going to be so pretty, and it's so plain, just green and white. I sat down and I cried. So disappointed. And Tutu's feelings were hurt. Things kind of changed after that. Tutu and I had been such good friends, but now we had nothing to say to one another. We didn't do things together like we had before, all because of that quilt. I thought this was going to last forever, and it was awful. But Tutu surprised me. One day, she said, "Today is Leah Day. You've never been to the Lay Day celebration at the park. Let's declare a truce and go have some fun." What's a truce? You know what a truce? Do you know what a truce is? Okay, so Tutu explained. A truce is when people put aside their differences and come together again, at least for a little while. I didn't know how that was going to work, but I figured it was worth a try. Okay. I filled up our water jug, Tutu got our mat, and we stopped and bought bento boxes for our lunch. By the time the bus came to pick us up, it was feeling almost normal again. There was so much going on at the park. There were so many people out having fun and enjoying a beautiful day. We spread our mat, we had our picnic, and then we came to a place where children were making lays. May I asked Tutu. Sure, go ahead. The lady got me started. She gave me a long needle and some strong thread and showed me how to make it. People make these. There were all kinds of blossoms, real flower blossoms, and they had them resting on wet newspaper to keep them fresh. So I started it, and I put on a flower, I put a pink, and then a yellow, and then an orange, and then a lavender. Tutu was watching. She laughed and said, "No, choose one color, maybe two, but no more than two." I feel myself getting angry, but I didn't want to. I remember we had a truce, and I didn't want to be angry again. But I said, "Tutu, it's my Leah." But Tutu started, and then she stopped, and she looked at me, and she nodded, and didn't say another word. Things were better immediately. I finished my Leah and put it around my neck. I got to take it home. I wore it on the bus, and we had such a happy day. I'm so glad you had that truce idea, Tutu. I had a really good time. So did I, said my Tutu. By bedtime, that happy feeling was still with me. I looked at Tutu's quilt again. Maybe a white flower garden wasn't so bad. I snuggled under that quilt she made for me and slept. The next day, Tutu said, "Luca, I was looking at your Leah last night. I saw your flower garden in it, and it gave me an idea." This time I got to help again. We went back to her sewing room, and she let me pick out lots of pretty colors from the scraps she had from other projects. And she did all the sewing in the basket. It took a long time, but one day she called me, and we went to my bedroom, and there they were, like magic. All the flowers I had dreamed of. She had sewn a smaller quilt ring with colorful flowers. "It's so pretty," I said. "Thank you, Tutu." All at once, I was hugging her, and she was hugging me back, and everything was better again between the two of us. I like my quilt a lot now. Sometimes I have it plain, my white flower garden. Sometimes I put Tutu's quilted lay on top and have my flower garden in color. Now I can like it both ways. What I like most is that Tutu and I are friends again. And I can tell That's what my tutu likes best too. Did you like the story? That was a pretty smart grandma and a pretty smart girl, wasn't it? Let's stand up and do our affirmation. For the children. Like this. Grown-ups, y'all can stand and help us. Okay. Hands up like U's. We are
Unitarian, Universalist, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands.
Thank you. Let's form our bridge and we'll sing the children to their class.
Brother Bill.
Bill.
I still don't know this song. You think you've heard it?
Free shelter in your as you pass through, we are glad to let you go, to help you run, and help you run.
We have our meditation time. Read together. 594 on the back of our hymnals. There's some scattered around. If you don't have one near you, raise your hand and someone can pass you one.
Yeah.
Anybody need one? 594. I'll read the first line and ask you to respond with the words in quotations, with the words in italics. Principles and purposes for all of us. We affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every person.
We believe that each and every person is important.
We affirm and promote justice, equity, and compassion in human relations.
We believe that all people should be treated fairly.
We affirm and promote acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth.
We believe that our churches are places where all people are accepted and where we keep on learning together.
We affirm and promote a free and responsible search for truth and meaning.
We believe that each person must be free to search for what is true and right in life.
We affirm and promote the right of conscience and the use of the democratic process.
We believe that all people should have a voice and a vote about the things which concern them.
We affirm and promote the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all.
We believe that we should work for a peaceful, fair, and free world.
We affirm and promote respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part.
We believe that we should care for our planet Earth.
Thank you. Let's ponder those words and we have a few moments in silence before we invite our speakers to come with us. This is one of the services I always enjoy, and all the 30 years I've been coming, I look forward to hearing from other folks here about their own journeys and kind of whatever they want to share about how they got to be here with us. So this morning, we're going to hear from 2 members. We were supposed to hear from 3. Sadly, Connie Wrestler didn't rest well last night and won't be with us. So we'll hear from 2 people today, and we'll get Connie on the book for another time. So I invite Alicia to come and share with us whatever she wants to about how she got to be here with one of us.
Well, I came here for the first time probably about, I don't know, whenever we were over across, near the hospice. And my first experience was not exactly what I expected it to be, but I kept coming back, and I love it. I'm so grateful to be a part of this community. Whenever I was growing up, my favorite Bible verse was, whatever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might. And I kept trying to reconcile that with what I was learning, whether my pastors were talking about it or not, but what was in the principles and the beliefs that guided the church about heaven and hell. And I'm like, I just can't seem to get a peace about this. This is not about whatever my hand findeth to do it with all thy might, which was love. I seemed to be really good at that. Like, I love to love, and it didn't seem like the God that I was learning about there was all about that. It didn't, and I know I just didn't have a peace about it because I don't believe that's true. So anyway, finally, when I was 40, I decided to question my thoughts more thoroughly, and said, I don't really believe this anymore. And it was so, yeah, I still believe in Jesus. Yes, I still believe Jesus is amazing, an amazing example of love, just like we all have the choice to be and can be. And anyway, it was just like so liberating, and I just knew everybody was going to be just like Sherry whenever I came here, and it would all be perfect. So hey, but anyway, that's what I was telling David whenever I was saying, well, really, I just thought everybody's going to be like Sherry, and we'll just la 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 la, and just because I love that example of she just, to me, does really shine through as someone who really does reflect what we want to be as Unitarian Universalists. She's most active, extremely active in politics, and does it in such a loving way. And I feel like she's somebody that really does imagine how it would be if we thought what these people that we consider to be opponents thought. How would we be acting, and in my mind, that's what Universal Unitarian is. And can we try to understand and then work through that? And if we have to assume something, why would we want to assume anything bad? Why not assume the good? Why not look for the good if we don't know why somebody might have done something? And I just saw that in her, and she really was a big part of me coming here, even though she never said one word about it. She never invited me here. She never said one word about her beliefs. I just knew her through the years, and she was a friend of my big sister's, distant friend, and I just saw her life and an example of how I wanted to live my life. So thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you. And also, if you just all these things that we live by, all of our principles, everything that was said this morning, everything that Sherry just said, about our principles. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a part of that? So I'm very grateful to have found this.
Thank you, Alicia. And now we're going to hear from our own Larry. Come and share with us.
Good morning, Dean. Good morning. It's wonderful. Why am I a member of UU? Well, the short answer is, Kathy said we're going to try them out. So here Long answer, I'll try not to be too long. I have to start from a long time ago, growing up in the Southern Baptist tradition. A lot of fire and brimstone, some good Samaritan preaching. Jesus lived among us, died, and provided a path to heaven. But as I grew older, I got to noticing that so many of my fellow Christians seemed to be not so Christian in their day-to-day life. They were sort of, I'm coming to church, so I got my ticket to heaven. And it just didn't feel right to me. As I got into college, I learned there's a whole lot of new things, new ideas that I never knew about. But the big takeaway was there's a large group of people who valued what others thought, embraced their ideas that all life was worthy, should be protected, and peace and love was the way forward. So pretty much I decided I knew right from wrong. I didn't need a guide. And organized religion was just not going to work out for me. So Kathy and I just decided we could make our own way without any outside help. And that's the way we lived for probably 45 years. We raised our kids. They turned out to be pretty good kids on their own. But now that I call myself an elder now, and having lost too many very good friends, we just needed to find a place where we could make new friends. And if we needed some community, we might need some assistance in times of need, and definitely some love and companionship. Maybe this is the place. And as it turned out, this place has been a blessing for us. We're glad to have come and be accepted as is. Some of you may not realize, way back when I was in college, I started growing out the hair, and it's, being different, being called a freak, whatever. I just kind of took it on as, well, that's what I'm going to be, up your words. And it's kind of stuck because all these people that we're calling freaks turned out to be some of the smartest, most intelligent, loving people I've ever met. They knew how to have a good time. They reached out, fed people. Like in my senior year, I couldn't afford a meal ticket, so I just go into a cafeteria and mooch off of other people's leftover food. And it worked out great. We had a great time. Eventually the college caught on and decided that if you didn't have a ticket, you couldn't come into the lunchroom. But by then I had graduated. I was also one of those people that when I was working on my education, I had the head of dean of men in the education department tell me I'll never get a job. People will not hire you. And 10 years later, he comes around and he says, I always had good thoughts about you. This is after I was named Supervising Teacher of the Year by the College of Education at Georgia Southern. I'm thinking to myself, you SOB. Anyway, that's off track. In this place, everybody knows who we are. Everybody knows your name, except me. I can't remember names in more than 10 minutes, but sometimes not even 10 seconds. But we have name tags. I can still read, thank God. Please wear your name tags. And Sherry, that's about as far as I can go without breaking down and just crying. Thank you so much for listening to this rambling old man. And please come to our church because this is a good place to be.
Thank you, both. Two different accounts and two beautiful stories, two beautiful people that were also that are part of us now. If you have not shared your story and would like to, there'll be 2 more opportunities this year. So ask the people who already have. It really kind of feels good to stop and think about why you're here and try to put it into words and share it with the others here. And that's one of our principles. We're running early today, so let's read it again. Pull out your books and let's read 594 responsibly again, and pay particular attention to the one about affirming and promoting acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth. I think that's one of the things we do with programs like this. We get to know one another better. We get to accept one another, even with differences, and encourage our spiritual growth. We encourage our own by listening, and we encourage other people by being a witness for whatever stories they want to share with us. So 594, principles and purposes for all of us. We affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every person.
We believe that each and every person is important.
We affirm and promote justice, equity, and compassion in human relations.
We believe that all people should be treated fairly.
We affirm and promote acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth.
We believe that our churches are places where all people are accepted and where we keep on learning together.
We affirm and promote a free and responsible search for truth and meaning.
We believe that each person must be free to search for what is true and right in life.
We affirm and promote the right of conscience and the use of the democratic process.
We believe that all people should have a voice and a vote about how things are concerned.
We affirm and promote the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all.
We believe that we should work for a peaceful, fair, and free world.
We affirm and promote respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part.
We believe that we should care for our planet Earth.
May it ever be so. I invite you to think about those principles and which ones really resonate with you and how they identify how you are and how you want to be in the world. It's a lofty set of principles, and we didn't throw them out. We came up with the new image, the jet pig, and all those. It's just a restating. We still believe those things and hold them dear. Thank you for listening today. And now is the time for our offering. I think we have some special music. Our choir is going to come and sing for us, so I'll start the place around, and I will remind me, Al, this is still the last day of September, so
The food bank.
the food bank is still the beneficiary of half of everything not marked as a pledge. And we'll sing. Now is the time in our service when we share joys and concerns that we bring in with us from the world into this sacred space together. If you have a joy or a concern you'd like to speak aloud, I invite you to do so. You can rise and speak where you are, or come down front and light a candle or place a stone in the water in token of that joy or concern. I remind you, we are being broadcast live on Facebook. Maybe a different venue next week, but today we're on Facebook, and the service is recorded so that the folks who couldn't be here with us or couldn't watch it this time can watch it afterwards. But feel free to speak what's on your heart as you're able.
I'm Rebecca. I light a candle of appreciation for the song, which reminded us that all ground is holy ground. And I hope this song will become part of our regular repertoire here.
Thank you, Rebecca.
I'm Carolyn Wallace from Brunswick, and I come by here sometimes. It's Love on Sherry Day. I have to say that I have a joy for meeting Sherry because I retired right when COVID started. We moved to Brunswick, did not know anyone. The church closed down, UUCG. And I was stuck at home, and I was full of despair because I had a very involving career. But I started a little spiritual lesson group online from UUA, Spirit of Life. And Sherry was part of that. I think we did another one too. And Sherry was such a model of a more mature person that is doing so much and loving so hard every day. And she and a couple other women just gave me a lot of hope, and I made it through, and now I'm doing great. So thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Trinity, if you don't know me, and if you do, hello, so good to see you guys. I am always so blessed every time I come back and visit Statesboro, because this is one of the places that I consider a spiritual home. I walk through those doors and I am greeted with these bright smiling faces that are full of so much love and just dignity for all, and like minds, and I always feel so welcome. So first and foremost, I'm very grateful to you. And a couple of years ago, I had a dream. My grandfather was a Methodist minister, and in the dream, I was standing on a stage, and someone said, Reverend Hairgrove, and I turned around and said, can I help you? Freaked me out. Guess who just got into seminary school? So, I guess I had a premonition, but it is just of utter delight that I get to share the word of love, first and foremost, and teach people how to be at peace within so that they can bring that forward and reflect it to other people. And I am so honored, so thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank
you, Trinity.
I am Al, and I have a birthday around this time of year. I might look old enough to vote for FDR, but in fact I was born in, the first year of the Lyndon Baines Johnson administration. You just be blessed. And Walden, who at 21 is 40 years younger than me. We had planned that he would come back for Dad's birthday and another event that was this weekend. And he made the drive from where he goes to school up in Dahlonega. It's 5.5 hours for him. For me, with bathroom and snack breaks is 7. And he got in Friday evening. And yesterday, Walton and June and I attended the Renaissance Fair in the afternoon. And we got to explain that there's no first annual anything. But we do hope it will be first annual, not just inaugural. It certainly was a fun event, brought back memories to me of when I attended here in Atlanta about 35 years ago. So a joy and a concern. Now Walden, after we had breakfast at the Claxton Mickey D's this morning, is making the drive back.
Should we sing happy birthday to our own beloved Al?
Yes, yes.
You know, I
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Al. Happy birthday to you.
Good morning. My name is Tara. I am lighting a candle, hopefully of peace, for my grandma, Vivian Bledsoe. I announced last week that her husband, my grandpa, died, and it was sudden and unexpected. And she's having kind of a rough time with that right now. She's in Illinois with my aunt. She can't be at the house alone. So whether you pray or not pray, whatever it is that you do, will you please think of my grandma and keep her in your thoughts. Thank you.
Everybody, I'm Steven. We have somebody here that I think is going to be too cute and humble about it to come up here for their joy, so I'm going to do it for them. We have somebody that I know has been looking desperately, hoping for good news about a job for a while, and they got some good news this week. So
Places started in the water west of our old Betsy Nichols. Betsy's been trying ever since Jim's death 5-6 weeks ago to be back with us, and it's hard the first time. And every week something intervenes. She intended to be here today, but then she got her vaccinations and her reaction. So, but she asked me to light a candle, to place a stone, and to thank all of you who reached out to her during Jim's illness and his death. She noticed and looked, and we went back through the list of everybody who signed in, the ones who showed up for the funeral, the ones who signed the card, the ones who texted or called, and every outreach touched her, and she appreciates all of us and sends her love and looks forward to being back with you, with us, as soon as she can.
Hey, Sherry, could you put a stone in for me, please? This is Michael, for those at home that can't see me. Last week I announced I had some surgery. The surgery went well. I have to keep that foot immobilized, which is why I have the big hardware on my leg right now. But the pain has been really manageable, which was something I was very worried about. And I'm grateful to have it done and behind me, and I'm grateful for all the people that have stopped by or called and texted me just to be a part of my convalescence. Thank you for that. Also, we do have our 50 subscribers for YouTube. So as soon as I'm able to come in here and set up the camera, we will start broadcasting to YouTube Live instead of Facebook, and there will be instructions that will go out for people at home. It should not be a difficult thing to transition to. If you can get to our Facebook page, you'll be able to get to the YouTube page. And thank all of you guys for being a part of that process.
Thank you, Michael. Do we have others who would like to share? I send love and healing energy to Connie and hope she can be back with us soon and reschedule to hear her story. And then I'd like one more candle. Or whatever joy or concern might be in your heart, it still feels too tender to speak it to the world. This is for that. Allow me to speak a word of prayer, and then Noel will lead us and we'll sing together. We pause and remember what a blessing, what a benefit, what a privilege it is to come together with other people in love and support one another. To reach out when we need support, to be here silently, with smiles, with prayers, with words, with whatever we can offer to those among us who are in need of that. For those among us who are dealing with illness and injury and treatments, we send special love and surround them in hopes that they know how much they are loved. May the healing continue. May we all be brave to share, even when we're feeling fragile or vulnerable. May it ever be that we have this safe space, this brave space, where we can come together and know we are loved and free to love one another. May it ever be so. Amen. And blessed be. Let's sing together. Sit wise as you're able and willing, and we'll sing Spirit of God.
You might remember, it's been weeks now, I announced that Abby and I were going to start working on kind of a youth program. So we scheduled our first event. It's going to be next Sunday here at the church. About 12:30 to 2:30, we're going to do a movie pizza party, and we're going to separate them into age appropriate so they can enjoy each other's company, that kind of thing. So it's our first attempt at just doing something to give the youth something to look forward to. Because as you guys know, I'm not the future of this church. I mean, I'm way past my prime. So we're going to try to do that for the kids, and it's being funded by the fellowship here through the RE program. It's not going to be expensive. You know, we're just going to do some little pizzas, I think, I forgot where we're going to go. What's the one over here by Publix?
Little Caesars.
Yeah, Little Caesars over there. And Abby's going to contribute the drinks and stuff. So we're real excited about it. And just be safe and secure if somebody in your family comes, because the movies will be very appropriate for the ages. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rob.
Okay. Mike says I'm supposed to go up front for the camera. So I just wanted to say, many of you know that there was a raid that happened at the Hyundai facility, and a lot of our migrant neighbors got taken up and abducted in that raid. So there's been a lot of work that the Migrant Support Group has been doing about that, and my heart and my gratitude goes to Martha and her team that have really been stepping up. But I wanted to invite you all, if you're not on our email list and receiving weekly emails and are interested in finding out what's going on, please do see me after church, and I will get your information and get you on that list. Every Sunday an email goes out to update people about what are going on. And then once a month we gather and kind of update and make plans, but most of the work just goes on. It's just not, we're not a meeting-centered activity. So, but I wanted to invite you all, if you're interested. Our next meeting is next Saturday, October 4th, at the Iglesia Rios de Agua Viva. How do you do? Martha's nodding. I feel like I'm nodding. And it says it's at 6:30. Is that right? 6:30? Because I thought it was 4 to 6. But anyway, if you get on the email list, you'll find out more. And please do get involved. It's a wonderful opportunity to do small things and big things, and to just be helpful for our migrant neighbors and who have been impacted by ice raid. So do come see me if you want to get on the email list. Thank you.
Thank you. Teresa. And another opportunity to get involved. You heard the choir this morning. We could use more voices. We would love it if you wanted to join and sing with us. We meet on Wednesdays right here, 7 o'clock. We are meeting most Wednesdays right now, and most of us come most of the time. So don't feel weird if you have to miss an occasional Wednesday. Don't let that keep you from joining us, is what I'm trying to say. So if you need more information, talk to them. Or you can just show up Wednesday, 7 o'clock.
Sally.
I'm with the Statesboro Regional Art Association. We're having a Art in the Borough silent auction going on now. I did bring a few flyers. It is online, you can see it, but it's better if you go in person, and it has the address where it is and everything on it. I get fumble on my words, but all the information is on here. Scan the QR code, but go to the gallery, because the pictures online does not do the art justice.
Thank you, Sally. It's a fundraiser. It's how SRAA helps support the Festival of the Arts, who will be back for their second annual. Last year, and in March of this year, earlier, and in March of next year, we'll have our second annual Statesboro Festival of the Arts at the Visitor Center. And so this is how SRAA helps fund that by members donating art and selling it. There's some of Larry's paintings, there's all kind of good stuff. Syrian always has something good. So yes, go to the gallery on West Main, which is diagonally opposite the post office, to see all the beautiful things, or go online, look at the code there. And you can come next Friday night at 7.
Next Saturday.
Saturday.
The 4th, October 4th.
That's the
And
final
the gallery,
auction.
the gallery will be open all next week, Monday through Friday, from 9 in the morning till 7 at night. So it gives a wide range of time to go in and see the art.
And if you come Saturday, you get a free cookie with extra refreshment, and you can get your last bid in to be a successful bidder on all these, like over 100 beautiful pieces, painting, sculpture, all kind of neat stuff. Other announcements. Martha, remind us, we've got UU 101 coming up.
Well, it'll be on the 19th, so it's still a bit away. But it will be tomorrow. I've been planning it, and it's going to be after the service from 12 o'clock to 1:30 roughly. The workshop will have a light lunch. And this is especially for new members and people who are interested in knowing more about what UU is all about. But let me encourage you to come if you've been here as long as I have, because every time I go, I learn something, and Samara envisions a slightly different workshop than the kind we've had in the past, a little more interactive, and I just think it'll be a wonderful opportunity. It's like an RE for adults, really. And so please mark your calendars for October 19th for that workshop.
And October 26th, the week after that, we will have a new members ceremony, which is 5 minutes, nothing big, nothing intimidating, but certainly very heartwarming to see people who are committed to becoming members. And so if you're interested in either of those events, please let me know. And we have a potluck after the 26th, after that service to celebrate everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. Our new minister, Samara, is generally going to be with us like second and third or third and fourth, so the 19th and the 26th are the next time Samara will be back in our court. We look forward to that. And I'll remind everybody, as Al said, this is the last Sunday in September, so that means next Sunday is the 1st in October, and Clint comes to us on the 1st Sunday of the month. So we look forward to seeing Clint next Sunday, and I'll remind you, if you check your email, you'll be reminded again, bring an animal.
Blessings of the past. Mabel's all excited.
If your animal does not enjoy the company of other people and animals, bring a picture, bring a facsimile. But if your animal enjoys company and is well behaved, bring that animal contained or on a leash. So blessing of the animals is always a fun service, and that'll be next Sunday. Any other announcements, Kathy?
One other thing, we have our next quarter's worth of sign-ups for hospitality. We always invite people to volunteer to bring snacks. It doesn't need to be an elaborate spread, just bring us some cookies or something, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, Kathy. Yes, you don't have to get fed here, but it's nice when we feed our hearts out of our bodies with coffee and a cookie or something. So we have made it right until 11:30, which is normally really great. So we're going to sing together, and then we're going to invite you to go and have some refreshments, whatever's in the kitchen, and then come back. We'll circle up and talk and be able to ask questions and reflect back to Alicia and to Larry about our program this morning. So you're invited to join us for afterthoughts at 11:45. And do I push the button? We have a new song as our closing. Sing along, 1, 2, 8.
Which of the serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come and praise and thanks. For all that is our life, sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain, and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours at last, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use, to build the common good, and make our own days glad.
Thank you. And you're dismissed and invited for coffee, and then come back and circle up after.
So, sir.